Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about somebody that is really struggling in terms of whether or not things are really over between the two of you. I do think that they likely ghosted you and hoped that there would be some miraculous way for the two of you to come back together, but they've also been caught up in another relationship. So we have, I feel it's really over and they were a downgrade. I think they ran away from you because the feelings they felt for you were a little bit overwhelming and they wanted to, find somebody that was less challenging for them. But they acknowledge it's been a downgrade. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of lunchtime time. And I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're enjoying your weekend. Hello, Steven. Hello, Key Controller. How we doing? If you would like a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box below, and right below that, you can find information on how to join the memberships for the channel. There's 3 different tiers, and later this week, we will have another ad-free members-only live stream. So let's dive in with, we're going to start with the truth is, and see what else we've got. It's too hot, but it's been a good day. Hello, Nathaniel. What's going on? What else do we have? Round and round. Cycle of high and low emotions with no resolve and settling, accepting less than you deserve. They were a downgrade. So this is a connection that for them, they don't know how it progresses. They don't know if it ever ends. They feel like a big part of the issue is we can't get over this particular problem between the two of us. Probably whether or not somebody's dealt with some trauma or healing, whether or not they can communicate or commit. But this is, I will go back to what I used to date, or I will accept, less than I want, because I don't really know if I want to do all of the healing or the work associated with being with somebody like you. Hello, France. How are you doing? Yep. Hey, Johnny. How's it going? I hope you're enjoying your weekend. Got Ace of Swords, 6 of Wands in the reverse, and the Wheel of Fortune. So I think we've got someone contemplating whether or not they should communicate with you, because the truth is choosing to go back to what they knew or deal with a connection that doesn't challenge them. At the time, they may have felt pretty good about that decision, but now they're wondering, is it time for me to admit that I can't live like this anymore, or I don't want this kind of love? I want something real. There's a lot of introspection, a lot of late night thinking, trying to figure out what would be best, because they know that this current situation is not what they want, but they're worried. Maybe I've spent so much time with this downgrade that if I come back around and want to communicate with you, you might tell me to F off. We have the Tower, 8 of Cups in the reverse, and the 2 of Swords. So if I decide to change everything, if I decide I'm ready finally to go through that healing, maybe it's about therapy, maybe it's about letting go of codependent behavior or a group of friends. But this is somebody who is right back at that same crossroads, trying to make the decision, do I change my life for this person that I'm in love with, or do I just keep doing what I have been doing and pretend that it's not a big deal? Because they've already learned that this person that they're dealing with currently, it's not giving them the emotional connection that they have discovered with you. So it feels uncomfortable is the best way to describe it. Maybe previously they were okay or even content in connections with people they didn't really care about, as long as there was, some sort of intimacy. That's not how they feel now. Hey, Voyager, how are you doing? So we've got Nine of Swords, Four of Cups in the reverse. Somebody who's wondering if maybe it's time to admit that they still feel some serious, deep feelings for you. And maybe you really are worth all of the work that they know comes with being your partner. Not to say that you're some chore, okay? Just kidding. They know they have to be their best selves if they want to approach this. If they want to actually be in a connection with you, they can't just like phone it in. They can't half-ass it. So do I want this new beginning, even though it calls for me to change my life? Because now that I've had a taste of dealing with this kind of person, I don't know if I can go back to dealing with others. I don't know if I can really be content with the kind of people who don't think about things the way you do. So Hierophant in the reverse, this is, do I choose to continue with my non-committal ways, or do I want to change my life and take a little bit of an unconventional approach and actually go for it? They can't decide. It's a struggle. Because it's not just do I go for the cheeseburger or the bacon cheeseburger? It's a serious question. They probably get into a little bit of an argument with themselves about it. This is the situations deck. What else do we have? Family, blood ties, inner circle, intervention, and financial support. So we do have a meddling family. And it kind of feels to me like we've got a negative influence from family. Because this is, initially, I would want to believe that family is, a positive influence, and they see that you're going through some sort of struggle, or your person, right? And want to offer some help. But honestly, what it seems like to me is you are the help or the blessing that showed up for this person to like motivate them or show them it was possible to get away from this negative influence that is probably more likely their family. So you were there to show them that they didn't have to put up with this BS. Anxiety, scared, panic, and love affair. Yeah, you are the person that showed up to be a rescue of some sort for somebody who's been stuck dealing with toxic people in their family. You're inspiring them to find a different way. You don't have to work there. You don't have to accept that treatment. You don't have to be that person's doormat. You deserve better. I feel like you inspired this love interest of yours or this ex of yours to no longer be okay with, subpar treatment. All right, this is the Wild Reflections Tarot. Hey, Laura, how's it going? What else do we have? Nine of Cups in the reverse, Temperance in the reverse. And the Nine of Wands in the reverse. So the number 9 is important because we're also clarifying the Nine of Swords. And we also pulled the Hermit, which is number 9. I don't know who would resonate with the, I'm going to call them the Hermit in the reverse because they've been following the wrong path. But this is likely, well, this is the person who's in a relationship or with a group of people if it's not a relationship, situationship. And it's like, that's a downgrade for sure. It's not what I had with you. They realize now they've been surrounded by selfish people. See, we had the anxiety card come out. That's literally like the Nine of Swords. So what's making this person uncomfortable is realizing I like put up with behavior I shouldn't have. I accepted instability and real negative treatment from people who should have been good to me. But it was easier for them to go back to what they knew instead of changing their life to choose you. So they gave up the love they felt. And the universe was not very happy about that. Chariot in the reverse. All right, you chose that. Let's show you exactly why that's not the right place for you. Ace of Swords. I think you told this person, wow, and the Hierophant in the upright, clarifying the Hierophant in the reverse. I think you told this person, you can't trust this person. This isn't the right job. I think you gave them stellar advice, like on point. You described what needed to change for them if they wanted to be in a happier situation. And I don't think they really wanted to hear it. And it repeats in their head. Because you were right. You told them exactly what was wrong. And they kind of hated it. Hermit in the reverse again. They're saying that you were absolutely right. Eight of Wands. They want to communicate with you. Ten of Cups, because they feel like this love is not going away. And we've got a Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Magician. Page of Swords. Yeah, they want to communicate with you and let you know that they finally get what you were talking about. They know that you were right. Maybe it was just too shocking for them to admit that they were dealing with people they shouldn't, or that they couldn't trust their own family, but now they see it. Hey, Co-Create, how are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. Hello, Dwayne. What's going on? Yeah, this is somebody who I think got told to grow up. This is somebody who realized, I thought what I had going on was great until I really found something that was great. This is the Earth and Bone Oracle. What else do we have? Shadow and Crossed. Wholeness, integration, repressed emotions, and mystery. And 13 crossed says choices, stuck, searching for purpose, daydreaming, and indecision. This is somebody who, it's like they're in the midst of a battle for their soul. Do you want to choose? I mean, we could go Harry Potter with this or Star Wars, but I feel like I'm going to offend somebody if I do either. Look, this person has a choice, and it's the same choice they had a while back. Do you want to face the things that prevent you from being your best self? Do you want to make the changes so that you are not repeating a cycle of whatever's going on with this family? Or are you just going to be content to let things go the way they've been going, even though you know it's less than you deserve? Yes. Spring Carpenter, I bet. We've got number 43 and number 30, the Labyrinth or Labyrinth. If you know, you know. And the Lily is about peace. I mean, what do you think? Like, the best thing in the world is just going to be like delivered like Amazon packages? No, you have to work for it. If you want to be in a better situation, there are usually sacrifices and dedication required, right? You got to like make some changes. Tough decisions are involved. You might disappoint some people. You might have to amend what you thought life was going to be like. That's how it goes. And this is somebody saying, you know what? I didn't want to accept the maze that was required for me to get what I want in life back then, but now I'm kind of thinking maybe I need to. Why would I continue in this particular situation when I know it's not what I want? So we have some good news or some, honestly, it feels like someone's speaking up for what they want towards their family. So we have the Tower, and I know in the tarot, that's more of like a lot is changing all at once, could be causing some chaos. But in the Lenormand, the Tower is more about connections. Could talk about like a workplace, for example. This is a network, a hierarchy. This is the family. And somebody's family really likes to tell them how to live. I'm not going to lie. Even if it's the wrong way to live, they're like, that's how we do it, so you're going to do it too. This is someone saying, actually, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do what you want me to do. I'm going to choose my own path. We have the key, number 33, and the bouquet, number 9. Because I know what I need. I know what I want. It's probably not what the rest of you would choose for me. It's probably not what the rest of you think makes sense. And that's okay, because I'm living my own life. I'm not going to let you influence me anymore. So we have some mental strength here that's finally showing up for this person. You're not the boss of me in like the best way possible, right? That's fine. You can live your life that way, whatever. I've decided this is not what I want to do, and that's not who I want to be. So I'm going to move, change jobs, change my behavior. I'm not going to drink or smoke or whatever it is, right? I'm making this change because I know I'm going to be happier living my life this way. And you, or your love interest, whoever this is, had a big influence on the Hermit in the reverse. This is the Crow Tarot. I like it. Hello, Matt. How's it going? Hello, Juliet. Yeah, that's a great place to start. I agree. You're right, Matt. What else do we have? Strength. And 4 of Pentacles. Now I'm hearing Rage Against the Machine. Probably shouldn't say the first word, but you won't do what you tell me. This is like, no, I think I've got to do my own thing, and I know it's not what you want, but that's okay. That's why you have your life, you can live it, and I can live my life. But I do feel like this is family. If not like literally blood related, then this is, you know, the crew, the friends, the close friends. But I do think for the majority of you, this is a family that really felt like this Hermit in the reverse should live the way they do. Emperor in the reverse, somebody who felt like they did not have control or power, retaking or reclaiming that power. Temperance, to create temperance. Temperance was in the reverse, which is why I do feel like for some people we have a drinking issue or a dependency on alcohol. But we have it in the upright here. This is saying, I know that what was blocking me was trying to do things the way you told me to, or letting someone else be in control. But 4 of Pentacles says, nope, it's all me. I'm going to drive now. I'm not going to let you make my decisions. Another 9. 9 of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse again. I cannot tell you how many times I have encountered somebody who gives up what they want most because they feel like they have to for somebody that isn't willing to do even like the slightest of sacrifices for them. And I don't want to set the expectation that I will only ever be kind or charitable if you do it and then I'll match it, right? Things should not just be transactional. The thing is, we had somebody here who was sacrificing what they wanted because of people that had not really done right by this person. This is like giving up your desired career for a family who just continually berates you and tells you that you're not good enough. Well, that's fine. If I'm not good enough, I will go elsewhere and I will find somebody who does see that I'm good enough. You can like chase that dream of whatever is good enough for you, and I don't have to listen to you about it. So win-win. Lovers and the sun in the reverse. I have to make a choice because this is not what makes me happy. You might have tried to get me to think that I would be happy living the life that you chose for me, but no. This is the Tarot of the Nile. Oh, God. I haven't like beaten up my set this week, you guys. I gotta be careful. I need like 2 more inches in this desk setup. Hello, how's it going, Shane? I hope you're having a good day. All right, what else do we have? 10 of Pentacles, 8 of Cups, Eight of Cups is clarifying the 8 of Wands. We already know that the number 9 is important, but perhaps 8 is as well. And we had Strength. This is somebody who is acknowledging that walking away from their family enables them to make their own choices, enables them to choose the life they want. And this is why we have somebody that is leveling up. We've got someone getting more in touch with the emotional side of themselves, more in touch with the gravitational pull that they have. Why do I feel like somebody is traveling? Maybe we'll see the 6 of Swords on the Chariot. It's literally saying the Chariot. This person's trying to decide, though. So we have the 6 of Wands in the reverse, Judgment, and I'm going to tell you right now, when I first saw that Chariot, it was upside down. They're trying to decide if they can. This is like, I know I don't want to be around this group of people. They influence me in a negative way, or they have expectations that are like unreasonable. But am I ready to go talk to that person who like inspired me to make a change in my life? We have the Lovers again. Ace of Wands in the reverse. I can't win here. I can't stay with the fam, or I can't stay with my friends. They're a bad influence on me. So I have to make this choice a different way than I did the last time. Sitting around dealing with the folks that have influenced me over the last several years has only made it difficult for me to actually like find love or have a good friendship. I think this person got into a situationship realized it was a waste of their time, made the decision that they don't want to do what other people expect of them anymore. If this is not the way you wanted me to live, that's fine, but I'm not going to try to like adhere to your expectations. I just don't have time for that. This is What's the News. What else do we have? Quick getaway, the runner escaping. Yeah, so this would be the hermit in the reverse, right? Deciding they needed to run away because of some toxic masculinity or some sort of belief in the family as far as what this person should do in order to be meeting expectations. It says meeting manly expectations. At least 10 push-ups a day. Oh, we have the dirty money card again. Oh, thanks, James. How are you doing? Laundering, steal, illegal. This could be tied to yesterday's reading. They felt like they had to overhaul their life. But they did ghost you. Lift off. Fast action, progression forward, and the wait is over and chained. Codependency, unhealthy attachment, weighed down. So they have left this behind. I know it was difficult for me to, tell my family to leave me alone, or I know it was difficult to move away, but the best things often require a little bit of sacrifice or a little bit of work. This person's no longer scared of that work or that sacrifice. I'm like, okay, bring it. I have this sneaking suspicion I'm going to be happier. All right, so what I want to know is this person doing this because it's good for them or because they want to see you? Because we have the Lovers coming out here twice, and that's, for me, it's coming through more so as a choice this person made. But perhaps the inspiration is because they want to reunite with this love. Six of Wands, Three of Pentacles, and Strength again. Now I'm hearing Dido, thank you. I think it was just called thank you. They feel like they are improving their life and that they need a thank you. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, Five of Cups, and the 10 of Wands. You helped me close a chapter in my life that I'd needed to close for a really long time. And I was really stuck in that chapter. I lost so much time repeating the same cycles. And then you came along and you showed me I didn't have to do that. You told me I could make a different choice. Two of Swords keeps coming up. Chariot and the Five of Pentacles. So even though last time I spoke with you, or perhaps last time I saw you, I made it quite clear that I wasn't willing to make that change in my life, or I wasn't going to, walk away from this or that, my family or my bad habits. Now I'm running away from it. Now I'm done. Made a decision and I'm walking away from it. I said 10 of Wands up here. Here's the 9 of Wands. Or I said 9 of Wands up here when it was the 10 of Wands. Sorry, guys. The heat's really getting to me today. And then we have the World. I think someone's traveling. Yeah. They've made this change. They want to say thank you. They want to show appreciation to the person who inspired them to make this change finally. But they also have this understanding of, I know there's a chance that you've already moved on. I know there's a possibility that I was not as pivotal a character in your book as maybe you've been in mine. But they want to show appreciation. For some of you, this is, I want to give you a gift. I want to show you my appreciation or tell you that I finally made those changes. But I acknowledge that it might be a little bit too late for us to get something to work out from a romantic standpoint. This is the Love Oracle. What else do we have? Hey, Lemonade. How's it going? I hope you're having a good day. Elusive, dishonesty, deception, trickery. Breaking point, limit, final straw, overwhelmed. Loyalty. Why am I loyal to people I can't trust? Why did I sacrifice something I really wanted or something that made me happy in order to remain like in the group? I'm not going to do this anymore. I don't want to be secretive anymore. I want to go back around, connect with that individual that inspired me to choose a different life and make different choices. Second chance, reconciliation, making amends, opportunity, chasing, pursuit, toxicity, resilience, and obsession. They've got a little obsession with you. I mean, you literally inspired this person to change their life. So of course there's going to be some level of like adoration. We have infatuation, adoration, addiction, and obsession. You help this person change their life. You called them out for repeating patterns of behavior that their family did to them. They didn't like that, but they heard it. They've got fears of abandonment, and you told them, is that why you do it to everybody else? You're so afraid that you're going to get abandoned, so you figure you just spread that pain for everybody else and abandon them? But you called this person out. They want to apologize for that. So I do think you're about to hear from this person. This is the Hidden Truth Oracle. I want to feel that way again. I left you before you could leave me. That's the abandonment right there. I'm gonna fall out of my chair. I'm afraid to contact you. You and I were too young. I don't react when people mention you. Just being near you is intoxicating. And we both know I am not the one for you. I think this person has accepted they probably do not get to claim you. They have likely accepted they missed their chance. Some of you may surprise them and they may find out that you do still have a desire for them. But I think at the very least, they want to at least acknowledge you for helping them to make this change in their life that they had initially declined to do, but you inspired them to change their mind. So, yeah. Use your intuition and your discernment. It will lead you, but I am very proud of this Hermit in the reverse. Good for you for changing your life. Sending you a big high five. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes, and I will see you on the next reading. Toodles.